Hey everyone, so I'm going to talk about this new Disinformation Governance Board that the Biden administration has created here as a part of the Department of Homeland Security. So, aside from the Department of Defense, the Department of Homeland Security has more guns and ammunition than any other department within the federal government. So, these guys are armed to the hilt, and now they got a bureau that is going to be deciding what information is actually disinformation, right? So they're going to be in charge of controlling the propaganda, I guess, and they're going to be in charge of violating your First Amendment right to freedom of speech. So if you get up on the YouTubes like I do and tell the truth, they're going to think that they need to do something to you, probably treat you like a J6 rioter because they need to silence you. They need to make an example of you so that they can terrorize other people that are like minded. Because a lot of people that think this type of stuff don't want to say it, and they're really not going to want to say it when they see the people that are saying it being thrown in jail, prosecuted, and persecuted for their opinions, for telling the truth. And they got this woman in charge. I don't know her name, but she was out there saying that the Hunter Biden laptop was a Russian, Russia situation. So, a person in charge of the disinformation, supposedly to prevent disinformation from being too widespread, she herself was out there promoting disinformation. So, how Orwellian, the Ministry of Truth. This is dangerous times we live in, and now I see that they think it's Josh Hawley's introducing legislation to get rid of this Ministry of Truth, because I don't need the government, whether it's federal, state, or local, whether it's Democrat or Republican, telling me what piece of information I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. And, they also like to try to force you to say what they want you to say. And they passed laws up in Canada for doing that already. You know, uh, these assholes pushing this shit, they're the ones out there spreading more disinformation than the regular folks are, right? So they're out there backing the whole CRT thing, teaching that this race of people is one thing and this race of people is another, just by being born this or that, you're automatically an oppressor or a victim. That's disinformation, but they love pressing that shit. These people in charge that are going to tell you, oh, this is disinformation. They're out there telling you that men can give birth and that men can breastfeed. And they're creating terms like birthing person. These are the people that are going to tell us what's true and what's not. I mean, basically, these are just going to be government funded and operated fact checkers, which we know those fact checkers are complete BS. This administration is doing as much as possible to set the table for a complete freaking takeover of all aspects of your life and shutting down anyone that disagrees with them and promoting the freaking extreme views. So hopefully this new bureau that gets that's been set up by Obama via Biden. I saw one of these reporters from Fox asking Jen Psaki, does the president blah, 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 as if Biden had anything to fucking do with this. I mean, wake up. We all know that Biden does not making any of these decisions. Look at what his career. He never had any of these extremist ideas. He made a deal with the powers that be and the DNC, Barack Hussein Obama and others, because he always wanted to be president. So they told him, hey, we're going to make you our nominee, and we're going to do shenanigans with the election to help you win. But in exchange, you got to be doing what we tell you. And this guy was so out of it anyways, he just signed on the dotted line, because this guy, I don't think he was ever in favor of millions and millions of people flooding across the border. I don't think this guy's a racist. He didn't want his kid to grow up in a, quote, racial jungle. I mean, all this woke bullshit that's going on under his so-called administration, it's not coming from him. He doesn't know his ass from the hole in the ground. This administration is, like I said it a million times, I'm a broken record. Potato Head is a puppet. Obama's pulling his strings. The people in the administration are a bunch of retreads from the Obama administration. We have Obama 3.0 now, third term, and they're going for broke. So, this whole thing with the Ministry of Truth, it's just one more thing that they're doing. And hopefully somebody stops these people, If I have my way, pretty much everyone in this administration and a bunch of other people in Washington, D.C., members of other branches of government, if I could snap my finger and make them all vanish, I would. Because both sides of the political aisle, or maybe not both sides of the political aisle, but both of the parties, the Republican and Democrat, they're all a bunch of scumbag lowlifes. And my opinion is, very rarely does someone who does have good intentions go in there and I think they dig up dirt on these people, or they get them into some type of compromising position so that these people either serve a term and get the hell out of there because things are so corrupt, or they end up just going along with the program to save their own reputation and be able to stuff their bank account with buku bucks. But Roger, you're a conspiracy theorist if you think that shit. Well, all I'm doing is observing what is plain in broad daylight. They do this shit openly. And think about this. All this shit that they're doing openly because they know nothing's going to happen to them. And if they're willing to do all this crap that they do in the open, imagine all the shit that's hidden that we don't see, but we never find out. And if it does come to light, it's, 2 decades down the road from now. These people, I'm not saying all of them, but an awful lot of them, I think they're all scum, and the country would be a lot better off if these people all just kind of didn't wake up one day. And I'm not promoting anybody to do anything. I'm just saying that, if we had real normal American people in these positions, we'd be better off. But normal Americans don't want to get involved in all that, because these normal American people, for the most part, are good people, and they don't want to get all up involved in this scum that is the cesspool in Washington, D.C. I think they all got skeletons in the closet, or they get there and they get entrapped into some type of scheme, and they don't want that shit to come out. For example, you got what's his name, who always gets on Fox 3-4 times a week, from what I could tell. Not that I watch it that often, but blah blah blah, running his mouth, talking a good game, but he never does any action. His votes don't back up his rhetoric. We're talking about Lindsey Grahamnesty, right? That guy, he's got to go. He's one of these all talk, no cock. Speaking of cock, I think that that's his problem, right? I think it's an open secret, and that's why he never really does anything that would ruffle the feathers of the powers that be. He's all part of the system. He's part of the ruling class. and it is a ruling class because they rule over us. They're not supposed to rule over us. They're supposed to govern on our behalf, but that ship sailed long ago. But, hey, Lindsay, here's a news flash to you. Everyone fucking knows what it is that you don't want to come out. I mean, the rumors have been around for years, that you've been playing for the other team, and I don't mean the Democrats. But anyways, the speculation about that is widespread, so he ought to just give it up. So maybe there's something else he's got in his closet, and probably has to do with the age of the males that he has been doing whatever he does with them over the years, right? My guess is that he's fallen into this pedo category. But I'm off on a tangent here. I'm supposed to be talking about the Ministry of Truth. But anyways, I think I've said all I need to say about that. This is a very bad move by the Biden administration. If you're for freedom of speech, if you believe in the Constitution, if you believe in the Bill of Rights, which we know the Democrats don't. So I think I'm going to wrap things up here. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys all on the next one.